I've been covering the changes and new content coming in update 1.3 for about 2 months now. I wish I could help reveal when it's coming, but I simply do not know. What I can tell you is that the health values for destructible buildings have been tweaked. I had a feeling this was going to be the case. In previous videos, I've showcased how organised mortar crews can level an entire town in under 10 minutes, or a single pilot in an attack helicopter with one truck's worth of supplies can take out several major defensive buildings in a town. A couple of weeks ago, Bohemia have been updating the experimental branch, and they seem to have switched values to increase the health pool of buildings, and from testing this myself, I think we can take away the worries of entire towns being leveled 30 minutes into a match. The values that they were using beforehand were most likely testing values just to test out the new destruction. Small and medium residential houses now take about 6 to 10 mortars to go down, while larger warehouses with metal rooftops, factory buildings and barracks can take well over 10 direct mortar hits before going down. Of course, when I did my video testing how quick a mortar team could level Montagnac, we had 4 AI mortarmen firing, and I'm not going to lie, they have some pretty insane accuracy that doesn't reflect how easy it will be in the hands of players. So I gave a shot at trying to take down this factory building from about 1500 meters out. After getting it lined up and ranging on the map, I fired 4 shells at a time towards the target. Between each volley, I watched where they would land, kinda like you would do if you had friendly soldiers on the ground letting you know where your targets are, where your shots are hitting. And the dispersion at this range making not all shots land direct, it took a total of about 10 minutes of real time before the building eventually came down. I tried the same test on a smaller building within the nearby town, and pretty much the same result. With the target being smaller, resulting in more misses, it was also around 10 minutes just to take down this one particular house. You'd probably be more accurate with a second player, adjusting after every shot, as the mortars do have recoil and they move around after each shell is fired. Anyway, gunship helicopters, with their direct aim and maneuverability, are very effective at targeting buildings, but definitely not as devastating as they were previously, as it was about 2 rockets per building, pretty much no matter what the size was. Now, with the Huey with the rockets, it would be about half of your rockets for one small to medium sized house, and larger buildings requiring your entire salvo to take them down. One thing that is pretty destructive to buildings is vehicle explosions, especially filled with supplies or fuel trucks loaded to the brim. I won't be surprised if after the 1.3 launch we don't see a few videos of people doing sabotage runs with fuel trucks. Well placed within a few buildings can be absolutely ruthless. I did try taking down buildings with grenade launchers as well, but I didn't have any luck. I fired about 60 GL rounds at this large shed, nothing happened. Maybe it would go down eventually, but I just didn't have the patience. RPGs on the other hand, will take down a building eventually. It took about 5 to take down this small wooden warehouse. And then on a larger stone building, it took a whopping 60 RPG shells to take it down. And yes, I did stand here and fire 60 shots myself. These are the things I do for YouTube videos, folks. TNT blocks don't seem to have any effect on the buildings. I detonated over 400 bricks with no destruction on this house. However, AT mines are much more damaging against them. I placed a single one next to this building, taking it down. Although it might have taken a bit of shrapnel damage from the 60 RPG shots I fired across the street. But similar results on surrounding buildings. Slightly larger ones needing 2 mines, and others going down with a single mine. They will probably become a go-to sabotage strategy for players. Some things like the aircraft hangars could definitely do with a tweak, as one mine in the centre of the floor probably shouldn't bring the whole thing down. Of course, while I was here, I had to have some fun testing, seeing how big I could make the explosions with mines too. The other side of destruction is with the trees, and this one's a bit interesting. From a gameplay perspective, it's actually really nice in transport trucks and armoured vehicles, being able to push through tree lines with a lot more confidence. The large trees will still stop you in your tracks, but trucks and heavy vehicles can easily push through the medium and small trees with no issue at all, where light vehicles can go through the smaller ones, but will have problems with the more medium-sized ones. Even when you hit a medium-sized tree with a light vehicle, it will usually take a lot of damage to yourself and the vehicle, but the tree will also come down too, which is kind of cool. It might make a few situations where you would have exploded previously, to now just taking severe damage but still surviving. There is also some odd collisions with the tree destruction and trucks. For example, if you drive really slowly and then you turn into the tree, so it's only the side of the truck body that hits it, the tree will come down with very little effort. This will definitely be the way to clear an area of trees for building, for example, if that's what you wanted to do. There's also some inconsistency in certain areas in my testing on Everon. For example, this area just east of coastal base Mortar, the large trees, the entire forest, seems to have no effect on the vehicle at all. You can just plow straight through them. I would be lying to you if I told you I didn't spend 45 minutes here, just constantly taking runs through this tree line flat out. It was pretty fun. This is now the most tactical way to approach coastal Mortar. It's inconsistent though. There's a few times I would run through and then just a single tree in the forest would be solid compared to the rest, and you'd just explode as soon as you hit it. But that's pretty much all I've got for you guys today. I hope this has eased some of your minds regarding the destruction coming in 1.3. At least in the vanilla servers where there isn't modded, fully advanced attack helicopters, it's pretty difficult to level entire buildings, especially in quick succession. But thank you guys for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.